Hello everybody, I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is Hoarder's Comic Flex. I hope you're doing well. This week, we've got one comic book review, and most of this show is going to be all about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which comes out in early access on the 30th of January, and regular access, or regular release, February 2nd. That's going to be, though, in the United States. I believe it's the same date everywhere. But yes, that's going to be the big focus of today's episode. But don't you worry. I'm sure we'll find some time to toy around. I'm sure we'll look at the very near future of comics. I'm sure that's all going to still happen. So, first up, we're actually going to start with the lone comic book review. Power Pack. Okay? Power Pack Into the Storm #1 by Louise Simonson. Okay, so I'll preface this with a popular statement. Sometimes you can't go back home. Now, this is not a bad book. It's really cool, actually. It's about kids freaking out that their parents are going to find out this huge secret. In this case, the children of the Powers family are worried that their parents are going to completely freak out when they realize they got superpowers after a horse-like being died and bequeathed those powers to these kids. Okay? So that's happening, but also you have another story on the side, which is that race of horse-type people and lizard-type people, basically their world and two youngsters there that are going to school and having to deal with the prejudice and everything that is the Snark's face. Those are the lizard-type people because some of them were like scary warlords and stuff like that. So you have that going on. But the thing is here, the reason sometimes you can't go back home, it's because I'm 47 years old. And Power Pack, when I was like 8 or 10 years old and reading it, like when it was first coming out, I thought was awesome. But it's very difficult for me to identify with it now. So it's not quite the same thing. And it's not that it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It was an entertaining read. It's just that, you know, I'm too old, I think, for this specific book. If that makes any sense. And it's sad. You know, these are characters I really loved as a kid. And, you know, I guess it's a whole thing about growing up. I know that seems weird, right? Because, like, I'm 47. It's not like I'm talking about, like, 10 years old to 20 or something like that. But, like, you just can't help but look at it differently through the learned experiences you've had in your life. And it's just difficult to relate to these characters like I did when I was a kid, when the main characters were kids. But again, it's not bad. Power Pack Into the Storm. If you're a fan of the characters, it's Louise Simonson and then also Brigman. I believe both of those are the actual creators of the characters. So it's like them actually writing the miniseries. So that's another cool thing about it. On a plane playing games. Oh my god. Literally? Literally, that would be like games on a plane. That would be the literal term for that. Mike. Well, that is our one and only comic book review today. So next up, you're like, what the hell is this show going to be about, Hoarder? And I'm more than happy to tell you, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And I'd be remiss if I didn't do it like this. Roadmap, 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 map road. roadmap, 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 roadmap. Everyone's freaking out because we actually have a roadmap, and not just a roadmap, a very good roadmap for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League content that is coming to the game after launch. So this is season 1. And we found out that season 0 is what the game is going to launch into. And then it's going to be basically like after the game campaign, there's going to be some other kind of branching campaign or something like that when you beat the main campaign. And that will lead us into season 1, which is as early as March. The game comes out, everybody, again, early access, January 30th or February 2nd, regular release day. And already in March is the first season. And I'm very excited with the way they're doing this. They have a really neat way of doing seasons. And it's something I'm starting to see a bit more and more, and I'm quite happy with it. So basically, March 2024 is the beginning of season 1. Okay? And the Joker is coming to the game. Basically, it's an alternate Earth Joker. And on that Earth, they were also a member of their Suicide Squad. And he has kind of like a David Bowie, a young David Bowie look to him. They went with a real different design. I believe some people believe the voice actor is the same voice actor, Damian Clark, who did Handsome Jack from Borderlands, which is very interesting because when I compared this game, there are 2 games I look at, and it's Sunset Overdrive and Borderlands. More than any other games, those are the ones I think of, you know, after playing the alpha and after watching a number of people play the game. That's what I think of. Okay? So it's interesting, though, because this version of Joker, even though he's going by the name The Joker, is similar to the Jester, which is an alternate Earth Joker in the comic books. I believe Earth 3. I get confused if it's Earth 2 or Earth 3. But he's got some of those similarities, which are really interesting. Crinky, how you doing? Is Nolan North doing voice work? It is thought that he is Superman, but it has not been said officially. It has not been said officially. Nolan North, however, is Penguin. He was Penguin in Arkham City and Arkham Knight as well. So we do know that Nolan North is the Penguin. Let's see. Would it be funny if I word for word just answered that question again, Mike? Well, you see, Nolan North is going to be the Penguin, and no. The question came up twice for me. That's why I don't know if it came up for you twice. I'm good, excited for Suicide Squad. I'm very excited for Suicide Squad. As you can see, we have roadmap. We have roadmap. Right there. Right there. And it's really a great roadmap. So, beyond having the Joker, who again, like I said, is somewhat similar to a version of the Joker called Jester in the comic books, we have new boss fights, enemy variants, and you can see a Brainiac version of Green Lantern and a Brainiac version of Superman. So if I were to take a wild guess, I would say they'll have some different attacks. I'm going to guess they're going to be a bit more brutal. I cannot think with all the time and effort that Rocksteady's put into this game that it's just going to be the same battles reskinned. I would sincerely doubt that. Or if it was that, then I'm expecting some insane interactive arena which alters the way the boss battle works. That too. That could also be something that they do. Some alteration in elements beyond the way the Justice League members fight you. Okay? There's a new playable environment, and it says the Daily Cackle. So similar to the Daily Planet, a Jokerized version of the Daily Planet and the surrounding area that's explorable. Okay? More Riddler content. Okay, I love the Riddler. And in the Arkham games, I love looking for the riddles. I love trying to solve the riddles. I love trying to, basically track down the Riddler and end his riddle spree, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm happy that the seasonal content adds to the overall game and not just modes for endgame. That's really exciting. Like, especially the playable environment. I'm looking forward to exploring that area. It looks really cool from what they've shown us. The Joker himself basically has a prosthetic leg, and for him to traverse the area, he uses a rocket-powered penguin umbrella, which is wild, and he can basically, like, skate in the air, almost like surf in the air, basically, on this thing, and he can actually take it off, like, rooftops and stuff. The animation looks great. Like, it looks so polished and so well done. It's very impressive. After seeing Joker's traversal, curious how unique each characters will be. There's been talk online about the traversals and those characters, but I don't want to get too much into that, just because it's so far ahead. It's also a new activity called the Stronghold. That to me sounds like a raid. Now, Caboose did a video, a really good one, that I got to watch, talking about the features of the season, and he said when they fought the gigantic cannon, when they fought that, the thing you've seen in like a number of the trailers and previews, that thing was considered a stronghold. So I don't know if it's also going to be like dungeons or what it means exactly. If it's more like some big giant almost boss thing that is inanimate, like a non-anthropomorphic boss, if that makes any sense, like a big machine type of thing is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. But by the term strongholds and by the picture they show, I would think that the Daily Cackle itself, a version of that, will be the stronghold, and it's going to be some sort of like raid or strike that's like in Destiny. Something similar to that is my thought. Okay? Then we have DC villain themed weapons. We're going to get weapons from Two-Face and weapons from Scarecrow. And the idea, it looks like, is every season will give us themed weapons for 2 different villains, and those are going to be a big endgame thing, trying to get those weapons. And on higher levels, there'll be like, I think it's 3 tiers of these types of weapons. So I think that's really cool. I'm just very excited from what I've seen of this seasonal content. I think it's really cool. And I think I will be content with this seasonal content. Let's see here. Let's see, what else is there? Anything else I can think of here? Oh, that's right. They also tease, and I love teasing things. Sometimes I get myself in trouble because I'll talk about projects I'm working on way sooner than I should, and then things just don't end up panning out. But here they're pretty much committed to 4 seasons, so we're gonna see these things. Future seasons 2 through 4. The second one is a frozen landscape. It looks all iced over. Okay, so could be Mr. Freeze. Not that that's a playable character. There's not been any talk of that. But it could be that that's the result of what happened there, and that we'll have some other ice-based character, not Mr. Freeze, in order to take care of it. Because we don't know for sure that that's the thing that the actual playable character did. We don't know that for absolutely sure. And then, Season 3 takes us back to Arkham, everybody. Arkham. And if you haven't seen, by the way, The Insider Episode 3, definitely check it out, because it shows us what Elseworlds can do and where they can take us. Now, The fourth season is very interesting. And I didn't even realize what it was until someone said it on Twitter. They saw that picture, which looks like kind of a medieval version of Metropolis, and they said Dark Knights of Steel. Now, that would be insane. Because, yes, that would be considered DC Black Label or Elseworlds. One of those two things. It would be considered both, probably. But that's a recent comic book. Like, I think it just ended a few months ago. And it's Tom Taylor who did Deceased, that series. It's really good. It's really good, Dark Knights of Steel. So if they're doing that, the mind starts to wander, right? Are we getting a crazy-ass version of Deathstroke? Because that's been rumored, right? Deathstroke has been rumored by a number of people. So if that's the case, is it a crazy, like, knights and horses and, you know, dragons type version of him? That'll be wild. He'll still be as deadly, if not more so than the one we're used to. But, yeah, instead of a gun, will he use crossbows? Or I guess he'll just have to use the modern guns, right? Because how would that work otherwise with this game? But yeah, if that really is Dark Knights of Steel, and that's the character, that's wild. And they're going to be adding new weapons, new themed gear sets, activities, and mid-season updates. So I'm really happy with what I've seen of that. Loadouts will be very handy with multiple themed weapons. I agree completely. And loadouts are one of the very big things fans of Marvel's Avengers wanted and never got. It even had a little button on the screen saying loadouts, but if you clicked it, nothing happened. This game launches, I'm not going to say feature complete, but closer to feature complete for a game as a service than I have seen. Okay? Like a lot of wild features like cross-play, cross-progression. We have this, I actually took a screenshot of this. One second here. They did a really cool thing explaining the features that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to have, and they put them on the official Rocksteady Twitter account, or Suicide Squad Twitter account. Okay, so Social Squad is amazing. If you're playing alone and you're not planning on playing certain members of the squad, you can replace those squad members with those of other players. Squad teammates will keep all the gear, cosmetics, and talents that their original owners have equipped just as you have joined them, just as if you have joined them in a co-op session. So that's awesome. That's a feature that someone said was in Dragon's Dogma, but after doing a little bit of research, it's not quite the same as it is in Dragon's Dogma. This kind of takes it to the next level. Anthem had something kind of like rewarding like that, but Anthem wasn't around that long to really appreciate it. So let's see, what else do we have here? We might have a little something from, oh, I don't know, King Shark. So one of the coolest things I saw that is in the skill trees, this is from the King Shark skill tree, is, sorry, one second here. Here we go. Tier 5, and I believe it's in the center skill tree. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Tier 5, Royal Resurrection. 100% chance to cheat death and instantly regenerate 100% health and 25% shield. It can happen every 2 minutes for King Shark. I was like, that's crazy. That is a really cool ability. Let's see if I can get a better look at this here. So it looks like that one's probably going to have 3 choices, but I'm pretty certain I'm going to go with that one. Because the tank then becomes a true tank in that death doesn't stop it. Someone got hyped over that King Shark ability. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I saw that and I thought that was really neat. I will admit that there's not a lot of abilities that blew my mind like that one, where I was like, whoa, you know, like, because I actually went and watched the videos that Abrax did on YouTube, and he did a great series, goes through each member of the Suicide Squad, and each one's about 15 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is background on the character, and the other roughly 10 minutes or so is basically taking you through step by step through the skill trees. So very cool set of videos, but like that really stood out to me. Other ones that kind of get honorable mention, Skybound Shooter. This is a Deadshot. Critical reloads while airborne reduce jetpack heat buildup by 30%. This can only happen once every 10 seconds. So basically, by doing the critical reloads, you can stay in the sky longer. And for playing as Deadshot, you would want that. Like, the best part of Deadshot is having your really powerful sniper rifle and then mowing down enemies with that sniper rifle very cautiously and carefully and staying in the air, because when you do the look down sight, you're actually like floating right there. So using a sniper rifle is very easy. It's really cool. Let's see here. Here we go. Power Through. Another one for Deadshot, actually. When your shield reaches 0%, it will instantly regenerate 100% and fully overcharge. This can only happen once every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes on this one. But I was like, that's really cool too. That's a really neat feature to have. So who's everyone looking to main in Suicide Squad? Right now, I'm looking at Harley and King Shark, which hasn't changed. That hasn't changed for me. I will say people are also talking about like the cosmetics. I really feel that $10 would be the sweet spot. Okay? Because if you're buying the base version of the game in the United States, I don't have prices for other countries, but if you're buying it in the United States, the base version, it's $70. And that's what most AAA games are right now, 70 bucks. If you get the version that's 3 days early, you get notorious weapons, you get a number of skins, I believe you get like little character dolls that hang off the weapon, and that version is $30 more, okay? And you get these gorgeous skins based on Justice League. So you get Boomer as the Flash, you get Shark as Superman, Deadshot as Batman in a very striking red motif, and you get Harley as Wonder Woman. All these outfits look excellent, but if they can give you all those extras for $30 more, those skins separately should not be like 15 bucks. You know? I mean, maybe they will be because of what the market is and what the market can bear, but honestly, I think the sweet spot for them selling a ton of outfits would be $10 an outfit. Marvel's Avengers had a number of different scales. They had 10, 15. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 5, 7, and was it 5? Damn. They changed it though at one point. But they had a number of scales. I know the MCU outfits were $15 a piece. But then they also had like $10 outfits and $8 outfits. Boomer and Deadshot, awesome. Like I said, Deadshot's amazing for sniping. And I'm sure that I will, you know, end up using Deadshot, especially in the campaign, to pull off sniping and stuff like that. And then also it's a lot of fun flying around with Deadshot's jetpack, you know? Nava, how you doing? Nava, this episode, big focus on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Who are you looking to main? Again, yeah, Joker is March. So we get the Joker very soon. We don't know for sure, but right now it seems like the seasons will be every 3 or 4 months. Oh, but another thing I don't know if I got into detail on. Season's going to be broken in half. So there's going to be like constantly things to do in game. So rather than give you a season and then nothing for like 3 months, figure more like a month and a half to 2 months and then more. That shot, awesome. Crinky is also looking at maining Deadshot as well as Boomer. Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm doing King Shark because that's kind of the crazy tank, everything that Hulk should have been at launch, Marvel's Avengers character. And then I'm just a huge fan of Harley Quinn, and I really like that insane like acrobatic stuff she can do. Also, she looks very challenging to learn. So I'm very interested in doing that, attempting it. We'll see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe I'll be changing one of my mains. I don't know. I haven't had enough time with Harley to be like, yep, I know for sure. Because like during the alpha, I jumped around to all 4 members of the squad to see what they were like. Boomers are second? Cool. My favorite Boomer outfits, though, I gotta say, are the Flash outfit from the deluxe edition and the base outfit, like with the beanie and everything. Like the knit hat and the jacket. Like, I think that's a great take on the character. The old school take is wild, though, with the hair and it almost looks a little bit like a like an airline outfit from the 60s. It's hard to explain. Wanting to main King Shark, hoping for Peacemaker to be added down the line. I would love Peacemaker as well, but I can't see that happening in the first 4 seasons. Like, I would very much love Peacemaker. That would be great. But yeah, I was really impressed, though, with the Insider Episode 3. They showed so much more than I expected. And it just looks like they really know what they're doing. And they won't have a lot of the pitfalls and problems that Marvel's Avengers and some other games as a service seem to have. It really seems that way. Right now, like, you can put together a clan of people that are playing together. Now, honestly, I would have just went with the term squad or task force. I would have went in universe with the name, but they went with clan. Yeah, I don't think I don't know if I'm gonna do my own. I'm pretty sure that Doom Squad Gaming will have our own clan. I'll be interested to see. I don't know all the details behind that yet. But yeah, us and Doom Squad are very much looking forward to this game. I know Doom himself is extremely excited. I believe Fezzi very recently was very excited by what he saw from the, I believe, not only Dr. Lupo, but the, I believe, Insider 3 as well. King Shark is the 3rd. I don't see myself playing Harley, maybe once in a while. I think Harley's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to her, like, chaotic nature. Like, getting used to that crazy grapple, acrobatic, you know? Because as a whole, I would think she's going to be like a glass cannon. Compared to everyone else in the team, I can't think that she has, you know, an insane amount of shield, an insane amount of health, comparatively. So I think she's going to be pretty challenging to play, actually. Very brutal. Very brutal. But I think she's going to be more like, comes out of nowhere smacks an enemy down, and like the brutality for King Shark is going to be like, I put you into the ground and I'm standing over you smiling. And maybe even laughing. Have to play the game after work. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be playing until I believe Tuesday, probably Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, like when I usually stream, was my plan. We'll see though. I know that a number of members of Doom Squad want to go earlier, so I'm gonna see what I can do. Yeah, but I'm very much hyped. I think it's gonna be a cool game. I don't think it's gonna be perfect. Um, that's one thing that like I don't want to be like this will be the perfect game. I don't want to say that because I don't know if there's been truly any perfect game. But I think it's going to be a great deal of fun, and just about everything about it has excited me. Like, in all honesty. 3:30 or 4 p.m. is Eastern Standard Time. I know I'm definitely going to play with just about everyone in Doom Squad. I definitely want to play with Jay Shockblast, King Greek. It'll be great to get a lot of us together that were on Marvel's Avengers to enjoy another multiplayer game. And for everyone's character to either laugh at me or give me the middle finger. There's a competition part of the game, and whoever does the best in the match or the mission, basically they will react to that. And basically, and like Boomer gives the middle finger. So like I expect to see quite a bit of that. I expect to see quite a few middle fingers in my future. Can you play at work with PlayStation Portal or xCloud? I don't know of any limitations specifically. I know that that's streaming, and that might make it not a fantastic experience for a multiplayer game. But like specifically, I don't know that you completely couldn't. I'm not sure if you would want to. Would be the way I would look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure I would want to. Is definitely the way I would kind of look at that one. Okay, everybody. We have had a really good discussion on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And here, let me get rid of this little shark picture. And we are going to continue this show. And now we're going to look at some toys. We're going to toy around a bit. So get ready, everybody. I'm going to break your childhoods. It's coming up. I just want you all warned, want you all ready. Some of your childhoods are going to be broken in just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to start out really nice, though. Give me 1 second here. Just loading up these pictures. And let's go with a little bit of Star Wars, everybody. A little bit of Star Wars. The Droid Ka. That awesome, insane droid from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, and also in the Clone Wars. This is the Black Series 6-inch version. Probably more like 5.5-inch, just because it's kind of scrunched down. But like, yeah, this is like $33.99. But there's more. There's more. It's everything you would want this figure to be. And I'm not sure if they've actually fully delivered this figure this way yet. Okay, so that's the first picture of the Droid Ka. Here's the second. It can actually be folded and rolled up as it rolls around in the movies and in the Clone Wars, and then opens up and opens fire on everybody. So it's got those features. I think that's really awesome. I think that's really awesome, and that's available now, I believe. I believe pre-orders are currently available for that. Not sure if you're going to be streaming the game day one. Like I said, the day one, yes, but I know a lot of people are going to be like at 11 p.m. the 29th, which I think like and that's my time zone, okay? But again, I don't plan until later in the day on the 30th. Mike Ortega said they're going to play a lot. Well, we'll definitely have to play Mike. Although Mike made me think we were going to play Diablo 4. That really didn't happen. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, that's the Droideka. Next up, we have Catwoman on the Bat Pod. Okay. Anne Hathaway Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. A very good sculpt. It very much looks like her. It's a really nice action figure. And the Bat Pod, I think, looks really good too. My only issue, I have two issues actually. It's a gold series McFarlane figure. And all of those are like $29.99. That's the price. They come with some extra accessories. That's the price of the actual figure, okay? And then, for the most part, the vehicles are also $30. For whatever reason, this set here is $70. Now, that extra $10 isn't terrible, okay? It just seems a bit excessive. But the biggest issue here is it's only available through McFarlane Toys' website, and shipping and handling is $15 to $20. So, like in the United States here, you're looking at $85 to $90 for this. Now, they could have had this at Amazon. They could have had this at like Target, where you wouldn't even have to worry about shipping and handling. But yeah, so for me, that's kind of a no-go. Don't get me wrong, the figure looks great, the Bat Pod looks really good, but yeah, with the shipping and handling, man, that's a bit much. It's a bit much. Okay, everybody. The first picture I've a few pictures here, and I'm about to break your childhoods. Okay. So everybody knows, everybody get ready. You know, hunker down, be prepared. Be prepared, okay? Mondo Toys has been doing some amazing Masters of the Universe figures. They've done Skeletor, let's see, Trapjaw. I believe they did He-Man, and I'm trying to think, possibly Hoarder as well. They've done a lot of these gorgeous figures, and they're between $200, $250, just because of the insane features they come with, and they're 12-inch figures. So they're massive, they're limited, and the way they've been doing it is clever. It's 1 week. So they go on sale. This one pre-orders went live yesterday, and they'll go on till, I believe, the Tuesday of next week. So you have time, if you want it, to order it and actually get it. So, here we go, everybody. The next in the series is Orko. Orko. Look at that insane detail. Look at the little cartoony dragon from the episode. The female Orko. I mean, it's almost too much. It comes with so much. I feel like I'm on QVC trying to sell this to everybody. But no, this looks really good, okay? Okay? Now, depending on how closely you're looking at it, your childhood may not be destroyed yet, but here you go. Say hello to Orko without his hat. Live the nightmare I had to live yesterday when I saw this picture. Orko without his hat. That's what he looks like, apparently. So there you go, everybody. I possibly broke your childhood. I'm sorry, had to be done. Had to be done. But it's so crazy. Like, I would have never guessed Hasbro and them putting some lines on a hiatus. No, I didn't hear about that at all. I when it comes to toys, I just go with official information. And that sounds like that would be like beyond my pay grade, I guess we'll say. That's beyond my pay grade. But I know, Crinky, isn't it crazy? Yeah, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But again, hold on here. Son of a gun. There we go. That's a picture I wanted to show. Let's go to the kinder, gentler Orko we're used to. The more soothing Orko. You know, not the monster that looks like this. Okay. But no, seriously. Again, the features it comes with are just so good. Look at that. Like, I'm very impressed. I like the extras more than some of the like main parts of the figure. It's so weird. But, you know, he does look creepy hatless. Indeed. 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 Okay, everybody. Now we are done toying around. Oh my god, there he is again. That was actually a mistake. I was not setting that up. One picture perfectly covered the other. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That truly was a mistake. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we don't have to worry about that hatless freak showing up again. Okay. So, next up, we are going to look at the future of comic books. The very near future. All the way to 1 week from today. Okay, everybody. I have got some interesting things this week. Not as many as you're used to, but one that's very surprising and I didn't even know about it. Okay. So first up, though, we're going to start with Duke #2. Okay? The first issue was surprisingly good. Duke of G.I. Joe going through PTSD after one of his buddies and another pilot gets shot down. The problem is they were shot down by a jet that then turned into a robot, which was actually Starscream. And while Duke is trying to look into what is going on in possibly a vast conspiracy, he stumbles upon Cobra. And now he is framed for a murder he didn't commit, and he is being hunted by the US government. Which, yes, of course, connected to Cobra. This is a very cool way to do a G.I. Joe comic book. This was an awesome way to set up the official G.I. Joe book for Image Comics, and Skybound, I believe, is their name. Yeah, I'm very impressed with Duke 1, and Duke 2 should probably be as good, if not even better. Also, the first issue of Cobra Commander came out last week, and another cool way to, you know, bring in the Cobra. I'm just very happy with this series so far and what they're doing. Also, the Transformers flagship book they're doing is very good as well. Just awesome stuff. So if you're a fan of G.I. Joe or Transformers, definitely look at these books. Okay, next up we have Batman Offworld #3. When somehow a gangster in Gotham gets the assistance from an alien to be his, like, bouncer or heavy, whatever you want to say, and that heavy wrecks Batman, Batman realizes it's a much larger universe than he anticipated, And he decides to actually go with Wayne Foundation money, builds a rocket, and ends up getting the crap kicked out of him and being a prisoner, all so he can become a better Batman. And so he can face off against intergalactic threats better. Jason Aaron has done an awesome job with this Batman storyline, and right now, Batman is about to possibly be the savior of these prisoners. He's working with a beautiful alien woman, and this is the halfway point. It's a 6-issue series, and the other issues have been great. Batman Off-World is really good. The Blu-ray Batman suit? Yes, and it's Christian Ward doing the art. Christian Ward is an excellent artist. He's also doing Batman City of... Is it City of Nightmares? I'm trying to remember. It's kind of a Cthulhu take on Batman, and it's excellent. He's writing it and doing the art for it. It might be City of the Dead. Might be no, I think that's something else. Anyway, that's very good as well, though. And finally, everybody, comic book writer Kyle Higgins working with a gentleman by the name of Scott Mescudi. You might know him better as Kid Cudi, for a wild science fiction storyline. And this is issue 1 of Moon Man. This is a variant cover. I thought this was a really cool looking cover. And it's an extended issue. So instead of around 20 pages, it'd probably be about 30 pages of story. That's usually what they mean extended issue. And regular price, though, $3.99. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. I follow Kid Cudi on Twitter. He mentioned Moon Man was coming Tuesday. I thought it was another music video. I wasn't sure what it was exactly. He just said, Moon Man is coming Tuesday. Well, here is Moon Man. So, Kyle Higgins, a very good writer. So it's going to be really cool to have them working together. I think this is going to be a really neat book. Isn't it? Isn't that really great cover art? There's 3 or 4 different covers for this book, but this one I really liked. There's a very decent chance I will review this next week. Okay, everybody, that was the future of comic books. Yeah, I thought it was really cool, Nava. I was impressed with it. Okay, everybody, I want to thank you all very much for watching this very special episode of Hoarder's Comic Flex, focusing heavily on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, next week's episode, I can actually try to tantalize you, because I kind of know a little of what it's going to be. That's going to be roughly about 24 hours, 35 hours, something like that, since Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out in early access. And I'm definitely going to be talking about it, my experience in the game and things like that. And I look forward to having you there too and letting me know what you think of it and how you're enjoying it and everything. Plus, we're going to look at not just one cover, but multiple covers of the new Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum comic book issue 1. That comes out next Tuesday. Actually, I apologize. My apologies. Give me 1 second here. No. So that book actually comes out February 5th. So it comes out in about, what, like 2 to 3 days or so, or February 3rd. It comes out a day or two after the regular release of the game, maybe 3 days. Anyway, next week, we always, look into the future of comic books. So we'll be looking at those covers. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be fun. And I want to thank you all very much for watching this episode. I want to thank Doomkiller HD for letting me borrow the channel again. Thank you. I want to thank Doom Squad Gaming. If for whatever reason you want to watch me attempt to do well in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League or Diablo 4, You can watch me at twitch.tv/Hoarder Gamer. I'll be there. Also, I'm on Twitter. Still. Probably not the best idea for me mentally, but I'm still there currently. And I'll be doing some more TikToks and YouTube stuff in the very near future. So, everybody, I hope you have a great week. And yeah, let's look forward to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Have a great one, everybody. Bye bye.